number 2 of our 5th graders as they share their thoughts with us. We'll hear from Lauren Lau and then Sylvia Holt. After the speeches, we will be privileged to hear songs from the class. It's my pleasure to turn over the program to the 5th graders.
My fondest memory at CCS have to do with special events that either the school or class celebrated, field trips that were fun-filled in different ways, and special parties that were shared by friends that would last forever. The water that twirled in a vortex when I used a handle to cause the water to spin was my fondest memory at the Exploratorium in San Francisco. This field trip was memorable because Josh, a student from Korea, joined us on our science adventure. Allison was probably the person I traveled with the most since we were both in the same group. The memory I cherish the most during the Angel Island field trip was when all the girls in the class leaned against the railing on the ferry coming back to the little town of Tiburon and imagined that all the houses on the hill were owned by each of us. At that time, it seemed that the future was within our grasp. The picture of all the girls living near each other was too unreal to bear. The memory was short but could still last for quite a while. One of the thrilling memories that stands out is when I went on the solo hike in Kelowna. I was really nervous and accidentally went the wrong direction. I crashed into a friend on my way and told her to wait an instant so I could go ahead. One of my pleasant memories was International Day. My favorite part was when a group of girls and I walked around the entire school going to cultural stations we had never seen. The excitement of walking with buddies is that one gets to share the special day with them. Quilting was another exceptional memory at CCS. My favorite part of quilting was when I went on the sewing machine. It was the first time I sewed on a sewing machine. Chapel was one of my fondest memories because each week we discussed something new. The leadership in the Bible characters sparked ideas in my mind. The songs we sang were full of meaning and grace. The words touched others' hearts. My choice memory of this Christmas party was when the girls in the class exchanged gifts. Mrs. Cameron recited a poem that had to do with direction as we passed the gifts around the circle of girls. To see people give gifts that were anonymous was exciting. Another party that was special in my memory was the autumn party. The theme of the yellow, red, orange, and brown foliage inspired us to picture maple trees waving in the breeze. The food at the party was my favorite because it was somewhat like a potluck. Different kinds of foods were presented in the 5th grade classroom. The Easter party was also a fond memory of a party. My favorite part was the marshmallow bunnies covered in the yellow sugar crystals. The imaginary edible bunny tasted and looked delicious. After I ate the head, I immediately felt sorry for it. I had a sweet tinge of joy in my mouth that washed away the sorrow. My experience at CCS was joyful and delightful. The memories that hold on still spark my mind even though time has passed by. I cherish the fun parties and events and field trips that will forever stay in my mind.